Hi, and welcome to this edition of Ask Lisa. We're going to change it up a little bit this year. We're asking various Alaskans to send us your questions by video, and then I will respond also by video. So for the next couple weeks, you will see students from a Dimond High School government class, and they're going to pose their questions to me. So let's get started.
Schmidt from Dimond High School in Anchorage, and my question for Lisa Murkowski is, do you support stricter federal gun control legislation specifically in regards to mental health?
Well, Kate, I think we all viewed the horrible tragedy in Tucson as one where it causes us to question, what are we doing with guns? Do we need more gun control? I will tell you, as one who believes very, very strongly in the Second Amendment, one who believes very strongly that it's not guns that kill, it's those that are operating them that are the danger. I don't think that we should move to kind of a knee-jerk reaction or response in the wake of a tragedy. Right now there's an effort to question whether or not we look at the size of the magazine clip. Let's not be doing this on a case-by-case basis. Let's make sure that what happens is that those who are mentally ill don't have that ability to gain that weapon that could cause that destruction. So I think it's absolutely appropriate that we look to that. And I think you will see in this new Congress further efforts to ensure that we have some protocols in place that ensure that those with mental issues, that are mentally unstable, are not able to access or to purchase a weapon that can obviously result in the death and just the horrible tragedy that we saw in Tucson.
My question for you, Lisa Murkowski, is what specific provisions of the Affordable Care Act would you vote to repeal if it were to go to the Senate floor?
Well, Krista, we're actually having a vote today, or at least a procedural vote, that would move to repeal the entire law. I have supported repeal of the overall health care plan, bill that was passed last year, passed in the dark of night, not transparent, a process that I don't think most of us would say is a good one, a healthy one for us. We moved to repeal that last year. That clearly didn't work. It's now back before us. I will vote to repeal the full bill. I do not believe, however, that the votes are there in the Senate to fully repeal the health care bill. So I think what you will see is efforts to kind of go after more bite-sized pieces, if you will. The first issue that will be before us is repeal of what they call the 1099 reporting requirement. It essentially requires that any business that spends more than $600 account to the IRS and essentially be taxed on this. This is one way that the crafters of the legislation utilized to pay for these extraordinary increases in the health care bill. So I think you will see that section of the health care bill repealed. It does have bipartisan support. We've been working on it now for many months, but I think we will actually see this section repealed probably in the next, probably within the next week or so.
My question for you, Lisa Murkowski, is which executive department do you see as the most repetitive in providing services and the best place for federal spending cuts?
Well, Vanessa, I think that we've got an opportunity within all of our departments to review them, looking for those areas, those programs that are clearly duplicative, where we have programs that have been put in place over a period of years where we're not focused on ensuring that we're not repeating much of what has gone before. I have joined with my colleagues last year to request a GAO report. This is the government auditing report, to look specifically at each department to determine where we have that overlap, where we have programs that have been put in place that have perhaps exceeded their useful existence, that are duplicative either within the department or across departments. You may have programs within Department of Education that are being repeated over in the Department of Health and Social Services. We don't need to be doing that. And at a time where every taxpayer dollar is important, needs to be spent wisely, it's incumbent upon us to make sure that we're not spending money on things that are already being done. So we will continue this effort pretty aggressively throughout this Congress to really identify those areas where we can hone in on. So thanks for watching Ask Lisa. We'll see you next week. Bye.